feminism in terms of marriage. So when is marriage must be seen as an equality between a man and a woman, or a wife and husband, because there's just a thing with me, this is my, I realize as well in terms of marriage, because I have a content that last time, it was me who complied, who asked the legacy paper to the embassy, to the US embassy. So for me it was painful, because they required me, and I feel like I was discriminated and degraded by the way they talk to me, and they talk in behalf of my partner. So it's painful for me, and I didn't know that 2020 I got depression. So that's basically the proof, that meaning it was unacceptable for me that I wasn't given the legacy paper. Okay, so we're talking here marriage, and some marriage also, some women, they are also filing for the divorce. So divorce from being marriage. So there are two things. In my case, as a feminist, I'm looking for equality in terms of marriage, is that I wanted my supposedly approval, but meaning my man died already in 2019. So it's whom I'm going to marry now. And then if we believe in God, it's invincible. And then meaning I got also, meaning as you all know, I got depression, something like that, mental health. And it turned out, I asked in the Vatican City about that kind of marriage. It turned out it's just spirituality. I didn't even believe as a man. So it's really unfair. Like Vatican City just rejected my sermon. I got married, meaning there's an invincible forces, and I was just even labeled as crazy. So it's really difficult, especially meaning so the idea for men, and the principles of men is really injustice. So meaning for me, there are yeah, see, you put it in there. Okay, for me, the equality for marriage is for men. It must be the men who will be processing the proposal, even for tagsata. Even in a relationship, it must be a man who will say, "Oh, I like you." But the trouble also with, meaning, it's also always the man who would initiate, because meaning, and for the woman, it's more on romantic sides, beautification of the relationship, how it will be going, meaning especially for the children, something like that. Meaning, I wanted people to understand in a silent manner. It's not a meaning, we have to be in exposed in social media, this and that, because it's meaning, we have also our private life. So that's in marriage, meaning and then at the same time, I'm looking for the validity of common law marriage here in the Philippines. So until when? Because the marriage is really not being assessed by philosophers, or even religious leaders who are the founders of religions, and even the founders of education, Department of Education, and even the founders of the government. Because this department, these institutions, there are original people, there are originated from, if people will say, oh, minimum, the original of Department of Education is God, so the invincible. So it's it's really difficult to talk to the invincible folks, meaning mental health, psychology, and craziness, psychiatry. Three of these organizations, even them, they don't understand what they are doing in terms of spirituality. So it's a fight. And then meaning maybe sometimes people could understand, but we are talking here marriage. Now in terms of marriage as well, in terms of divorce, that the woman also filing for a divorce, there's a thing in the United States of America, like for example the situations of let's take Meghan Markle, because she filed a divorce to a husband, to an American husband, that she never even experienced physical abuse or verbal abuse. She never even experienced depression, because the husband is telling Meghan Markle, I mean, hey, like in my situation, you know what, Lucci, marriage and having children is aftering my money. Don't you think that's emotional and psychological discrimination on my part? I was 26 years old, meaning I'm not, maybe I look younger, maybe I look innocent, maybe I look naive, maybe I look nothingness, but I have my own understanding, but I'm not bragging it to people, because if I talk to people, say, you talk beyond it's meaning the understanding and the comprehension, and meaning what's the educational background of the people you are talking with, and the interest to listen to you is varies as well when you talk about stuff, when you talk about things. So it's really difficult. So is that because that's meaning, when we talk about verbal abuse as well, we have to have a conclusion of being depression or mood disorders or psychological become bipolar. Probably bipolar and mood disorders would be the impact of any verbal abuse or emotional abuse, since it is the words and the emotions being damaged. I think those two types of psychological disorder must justify in terms of divorce, of approval of divorce and approval of annulment, because we need to really understand the situations in a silent manner. Okay, now in terms of like approval for my marriage, that's why how come meaning, the legacy paper, it was meaning, was rejected to me. And then I got video that, meaning on the second day I came back as well. I said, ma'am, I'm a teacher. I'm talking there, I was referring their code of ethics for professional teachers, because we if we study the rules and the regulations of code of ethics for being a teacher, morality is very important. And in my case, I was living together with the man, and then the man also agreed. I got even posted on Facebook that we got proposals, he got proposal. That's why I was really anxiety, or meaning, it's not anxiety, actually it's just preparations. And then for me, I'm just fulfilling our goal for 2017 to get married. And for me, I wanted to get married, meaning whatever was his goal as a man, I want to fulfill it. So I tried. Meaning the second day I said, I said about health, that meaning, he's dying, about my insurance, about yeah, it's all about the coverage of code of ethics, as what as I understand as a teacher, morality and financial aspects, and the understanding that once he dead, I will be fucked, because meaning, I will be ending with so much millions deaths in the hospital deaths. So I cannot afford, and now I cannot afford 37,000 pesos. And then I know also that, meaning, if I will mean, when any woman will be entering a new relationship, and then the financial disability, disabled in terms of finances, that's also an issue in a relationship. And now how come these government leaders are, meaning, focusing on, you are aftering the money of the man. So there, meaning, that's why it's feminist and equality, because it's situational. For me, I think we have to understand about situations, circumstances. When is common law marriage applicable? When is the woman be standing her rights as a woman? Or whatever the situations is, we have to listen, because this is a problem with the people around the world, especially is listening skills. And then we are more on bragging ourselves, too proud of ourselves. We don't even understand what's the sources of money. Because religion is, meaning, money is bad, money is devils, money is demons. Hey, meaning, can we survive? These people also, meaning, that's the thing also with religion, is that they don't even conduct research when they are in college in 10 years. What's the difference between money and spirituality and invincible and faith and the belief and the emotions? What's the difference in terms of what's important? Emotions, that meaning, you are perfect, or your wallet is, you are hungry because you cannot afford to buy anything. And for me, meaning, there are also instances that you can see that a woman is aftering a man's money if that woman is poor, like a beggar, like a prostitute, and then aftering a rich man. So it's, if you're rich, why would you pick? If you're a rich man, why would you pick a prostitute if you got money? So you have to pick those prostitutes as well, that there's money, because there are some prostitutes as well, that meaning, meaning they got education, they just like to be to experience life as it is, meaning, meaning, let's be honest in terms as a man, that we wanted to impose that we are smart, we are this and we are that. Not all the time. Meaning, the variations of male and female is more on money. What's the difference in terms of emotion? So it's really painful, but again, at the end of the day, it's more on balance. So we cannot control the emotions and the decisions of a certain person, but in terms of decision making in a circumstances, especially money is involved, it must be seen, especially by the government leaders and the society itself, meaning, if some people are curious, the government leaders, to when it is possible and when it must be work. Like in my case, why not give it? Okay, ma'am. This meaning, we are willing to help you because, oh my God, you will be in the hospital and then you're afraid. Meaning, oh, why not do that? So that's this basically, folks. So hopefully, I would be understood in terms of when is feminism or when is women's rights be applicable. Okay.